What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Diving. It's your boy Monkey, and today we got Phil playing Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah.
So, summer's coming up, and as it is with every single summer, there tends to not be a lot of brand new games being released. There tends to be games being released in June and then August, but it's only like 4. Basically.
Yeah, it's almost like they want you to go outside or something.
Right?
I
They
don't
want you
get it.
to. I don't know why. I mean, honestly, I would think they would put out more games over the summer, but
Honestly,
because of this, a lot of gamers end up getting bored. Like I know there's a summer where I barely played anything just because there was nothing out. So we're going to be running down our top 5 games that have released in the past. That if you missed them, this summer will be a pretty good time to get into them and play them. A lot of these games are a little bit shorter. They're not as in depth and long as some of the other games that have released recently, like God of War or Far Cry 5 or Assassin's Creed. These ones will be little quickie games that will take you probably about a month to play. Before I do anything, I gotta kill this guy. Before I do anything, I want to give a quick shout out to NWO, also known as Nerd World Order, over on Facebook. They're a great group of nerds. They have great conversations. Nerdage everywhere. The mods and admins are pretty cool. So go check them out on Facebook. Highly recommend them. You'll probably have a great time.
yes, it's very nice.
The first game I want to recommend and is a game that definitely went way under the radar, because that was actually a digital-only game. It didn't get a lot of promotional stuff when it first got released, but that game
So
is
under the radar, you could call it a submarine.
basically, this game released in 2017. It's called The Observer. It is a psychological horror game, heavily based around narrative and mystery and all that kind of stuff. It was such an underrated gem. Like I saw Jacksepticeye play this game, and I immediately got hooked because I love mysteries. I love psychological horror stuff. And that's exactly what this is. It also has like a heavy cyberpunk feel to it too. It's really, really cool.
So
basically,
was it kind of like what the Order 1866 was trying to do, or?
sort of, but it was also its own thing, like its way own thing, because the Order 66 was trying to be like a like fantasy steampunk type of thing, but this one's much more sci-fi. It's much more mystery. Well, I mean that one was mystery driven as well. Balls. But this one's more horror based, like much more horror based rather than adventure based, like Order 1886 was. Like in this one, you're basically playing a detective who is literally called an observer, and basically what he can do is like, this is a world apparently where like everyone has like these augmentations and shit, and basically when you die, an observer can literally jack into the person's mind and relive their last moments, sort of. Like they can basically relive their last moments, but again, you're in a dead person's mind, so everything is fucked way up.
Yeah, and that kind of stinks too, because then you already know how the story ends before you finish the story.
Well, not entirely, because you only see like fragments and shit, and you have to piece together your own stuff. But also, it also has a little bit of a Batman Arkham feel to it, because you can look around for clues and stuff. It's really, really cool. It's really cool, and the mechanics for the game are really, really fun. The graphics and animation for it are absolutely stunning. So, I highly recommend this game. It's one of those games like Death Stranding, where like the main character is actually motion capped and modeled off of an actual actor.
Oh, Matt Damon.
No, not Matt Damon. Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And he's amazing in this movie.
Game, movie thing, or?
Oh, movie, game. He's amazing in this game. Absolutely amazing in this game.
Gotcha.
The mocap for him was awesome. The voice acting was perfect. Everything was so cool. So The Observer, it came out last August, I believe. Yeah, last August on the 15th. You can probably get it for probably really cheap right now. It was only $30 when it released, so highly, highly, highly recommend that game.
Okay. So
So,
The
Phil.
Observer.
Yep. What's your game that you highly recommend for this summer?
So my first game to help you bide time is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Came out in March, but it was kind of under the radar. Didn't get a lot of the advertisement that you would have thought. And pretty much you follow in the shoes of a blacksmith's son in a fantasy world that's themed after medieval Europe. But unlike Skyrim or anything like that, there's no magic. It's all just a realistic game where you do medieval things, which apparently includes riding a horse everywhere. So they were trying to do a non-magical Skyrim.
Basically.
I've heard good things, I've heard bad things.
Yeah, I heard
Bad
that it's a
things
game
include-
really not meant for everyone. Like, it's made for a very niche set of people.
Yeah, it's made for Skyrim people, pretty much. Like, and
Well,
that's
not even
about
that.
it,
Not even that, because even people who are in Skyrim, like, they went for like the fantasy aspect of Skyrim. You know, like dragons and magic and all that jazz.
Well, yes,
Enchantments.
but I'm talking about people like me, where I just love swords and maces and
yeah.
shields and beating the snot out of people.
I did hear
as a
that this
red
game
guard.
was very, very realistic in terms of medieval combat.
I did, but then I also heard that the realism was a little excessive. However, I
It's
also
too
heard that
real.
yeah, like it was just boring at times.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I guess there's very minimal fast travel, if any, and it just kind of makes it a little difficult. But that being said, the producers did say that they were going to work on an update to help kind of get some of the kinks out of the game. So if that happens, you know, it could turn around and actually be a decent game after some extra work was put into it.
Huh.
I'm not sure.
Alright. It did look pretty fun, but yeah, I heard all the bad things about it, and honestly, it wasn't a game that I was super excited for in the first place.
Yeah,
Just because-
I was really excited, but it was one of those games where I just got a vibe, like, you know what? Maybe wait. Like No
Yeah.
Man's Sky. I was excited for that, and then I
Right.
was like, I'm gonna wait a little bit, and boy did that pay off.
Right? Seriously.
Like,
So yeah, hopefully there'll be
But
some
no.
updates and maybe some nerfs here and there to make it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more
Maybe.
action-based.
have some fast travel, that'd be nice.
Yeah, right.
It is 2018 after all.
Seriously. But no, who was the game made by? Do you remember?
Warhorse Studios.
Yeah, Warhorse Studios. Oh, Deep Silver published by Deep Silver. So yeah, Deep Silver is pretty good. They've done a lot of Microsoft games or Xbox games. So
Yeah, it's apparently pretty big on Steam. Got a 7 out
Yeah.
of 10.
nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure with a few updates here and there and a few things to work out the kinks, it would be a really, really good game.
Yeah, I hope so.
But, yeah.
I'll get it, and I'll let you know in a later video.
I think it's good. I think it looked to me like a first-person For Honor, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I saw. Although For Honor's another one too.
Yeah, that one
Kinda
wasn't.
is.
That one wasn't fantasy based either. That was all like just like a medieval fighter game.
Yeah.
That one looked interesting. That's a train.
Choo choo.
That's a cho-cho. No, 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 no. Ba-do-do-ba-do-do-do. Explosive.
Thought I had a
Bullshit.
special magic gun.
The second game I want to recommend for this summer is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I have a feeling this is a. Oh no, it's not a PlayStation exclusive. I just know it's one of those digital only games again, and it was a very, very linear game. And I know a lot of people don't like extremely linear games, but honestly, it was shot with 3D audio, which means if you're wearing headphones, you could hear where like the direction from all the sounds that are coming from. And this is heavily focused on. Oh, cool! Victory. This game is heavily focused on like psychological issues. So like throughout the entire game, you're hearing voices in your head. So the whole 3D audio, like having the audio all around your head, like you hear like a voice like in the back of your head and shit. That literally makes you feel like you're hearing voices. It is creepy
I have a
as shit.
question.
What's
How
up?
is that any different than normal?
Fuck you. It's made by Ninja Theory, and it uses binaural audio to create basically a horrifying experience. It literally makes you feel like you're going insane. The story is pretty cool because you're not really going through hell, but you're fighting like demons and shit, and the combat looks really intuitive and streamlined. Not streamlined, but like it has like really cool like parrying, slowdown moves and stuff. It just looked like a lot of fun. But again, it was a very linear game, and like I said, people tend not to like straightforward linear games as much because there's not a lot of exploration. There's not a lot of like extra stuff. It's just the story. You just do the story and that's it. Now, the story is fucking amazing.
That's good.
Like,
That's a big one.
Very good. It's a very good story, but again, it doesn't have a lot of replay value. But since it's the summer, it will occupy your time for like a few weeks.
And that's all you need right there.
Yep. The graphics are absolutely beautiful. Like, seriously, they are beautiful. Look up any game trailer, even gameplay or anything. You'll be very impressed.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. How do we have every single spot already?
That's a good question. Anyways, okay, so, second game you're recommending, Phil. What you got for me?
This one. The obnoxious one we're complaining about as we speak.
Yeah.
So, this game, as many people know, is really good. And to top it off, they just announced that they're going to reveal Battlefield 5 coming out. I think the trailer is coming out May 23rd, I want to say. It's coming up soon. If you're on Facebook, you probably already know. But, you know, this game, they finally have all the packs out. You can get all 5. You can get the season pass and the game for a pretty, decent price. Like, you're not going to break the bank doing so. And it's like a good time-consuming game. Like, they put the
really
story
is.
mode in. Like, they put that story mode stuff in, the codex stories, which actually were really well made. Apparently they're based on true stories, but, you know, just like every true story, it's like, that's so insane, there's no
It's
way.
an exaggerated form of the true story.
Yeah, exactly. But they're still really good stories. And then, at the same time, like, it's just a fun game. Like, I personally believe it's one of Battlefield's best games. Just because the gameplay is smooth. Like, it's just so well made. I don't think it's going to be as legendary as Battlefield 4, because that game was just universally brand new. And since this one just kind of followed suit, I don't think it's going to have the same fan base following.
Yeah.
But it's still an amazing game. The graphics were incredible. It just makes a difference. You know, it's definitely a visually striking game. That
It really
they
was.
put a
It
lot
was
of time
impressive.
into.
It was a very impressive game, man. I actually came into this game very late because I literally just got this like a few months ago, actually. Purely because
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Why not? It came with a bundle with Titanfall 2, and I absolutely love Titanfall 2, but I sold it because I'm an idiot.
I would say so, yes.
So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Why not? And I got the Revolution pack, which came with all the stuff.
That's right, I forgot about that. Another good reason to get this game now.
It's basically like the
See, that's
season
the
pass
thing,
thing,
though.
but
I
it's the same
pre-ordered-
price as the regular game. So it's like, why would you get the regular game? Just get this. I don't even know if they sell the regular game anymore.
They probably shouldn't.
I don't know, but yeah. Especially since Battlefield 5 is coming out, this is a pretty fun game. It's not as user-friendly as COD. It is not COD.
No.
Fair warning.
No, well, this game's designed for adults, and I am throwing shade at everybody that plays COD and says it's better. Because this game takes, like, planning and thought, and then there's me driving around in a truck just running into people. So it's
Right?
a good hybrid of the
You can
two.
play it like COD if you really, really wanted to.
Yeah. Haha, I just hit someone.
The last game I'm going to be promoting for this summer, because, like I said, Summer's a time that you're not gonna be getting a lot of new games, so why not play some old ones that you might have missed? And this is one that I am pretty sure a lot of people missed, and that is Crytek's Prey. This is not Prey 2. This is not.
I think I've heard of it.
It is not Prey 2. The Prey that everyone saw like gameplay footage of, and everyone really wanted. It was like the bounty hunter, sci-fi game. Not that, unfortunately. I would have loved that game. Holy shit! But this one is a sci-fi horror. It takes place. You're on a spaceship, or you're on like a space station rather. And shit goes down, aliens get out of containment, and it's your job to either blow up the entire place or save as many people as you can, or basically find a way to kill all the aliens.
Cool.
And the aliens,
that sounds
the
awesome.
aliens aren't just like little green men, right? They're like shadow-looking motherfuckers. Like they're creepy as hell.
It sounds like the elites in Halo, just like do they
Sort
have
of,
like
but
cloaking
like
devices? Or?
No. I mean like they're literally shadows.
Yeah,
They're literally like shadow tendril looking motherfuckers. They're creepy as hell. Especially when you first start off the game, they're just like out there. Oh, they're terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. It's a lot of fun because like the only thing I didn't like about the game was as the game progressed and as you leveled up your character and stuff, it got more to be an action game rather than a horror game, because the horror, like, you started being, like, overly powerful, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
So, I don't know. But, I mean, overall, the story is really, really good. And the gameplay was really awesome. The graphics were beautiful. Everything about this game was really great. But, again, it didn't get the hype it should have. It was a very underrated game.
Well,
So,
that one definitely sounds interesting. Was it like what do you do in the game? Just kind of like.
well, like I said, you're trying to survive. You're trying to uncover what the hell these aliens are, why they got, or why they're trying to kill everyone. There's actually some dialogue where you get to like actually talk with the aliens and shit. It's really
Is
cool.
it something? Yeah.
What?
Do you like? So I'm trying to figure it out. Is it kind of like that Black Ops game where you're fighting aliens and that, or is it something else?
Sort of. I mean, it's more like a sci-fi horror survival rather than an action game. I mean, you do get weapons and stuff, but it's so much easier to just avoid the aliens, or it's so much better just to avoid the aliens because a lot of them are seriously powerful.
Does he become an alien like in District 9?
Yeah, actually, yeah, kind of basically. I mean, you like basically how it is you can use like alien upgrades and level yourself up. It's really weird, but they explain it. They explain it really well in the game. So it's not just you can also use the aliens' powers and shit for your own. No, it's like it actually feeds into the story, and the end has a huge fucking twist. Like, you will not see the end coming at all. Like, holy fuck. I was like, what?
Alright.
And it actually makes you want to replay the game again. So it actually has a good replay value. Or at least if you play it again, because there's 2 different endings. It's one of those type of games. So.
Those are good games, though.
Do you have any other games you want to mention? Like, any honorable mentions?
I mean, you can always go back to the classics. Red Dead Redemption, you know, we got Red Dead 2 coming out soon. And based on what I saw with the trailers, it looks like Red Dead 2 is going to be a prequel. So, be nice to,
Yeah,
you know?
that's right, it is.
So that'd be good. And then, I don't know, that's about it.
Yeah, the summer is also a really good time to replay other games, like really older games. Especially if there's like a sequel for that game coming out. So like you said, yeah, sequel prequel. So like Red Dead 2, there's a new Borderlands in the works, so if you want to play Borderlands 2, you can do that. Also, there's other big games that you like a lot of people probably played already, but if you haven't, again, summer's a great time to do it. So like if you
Yeah, I
haven't
still
played
gotta do God of War
Horizon,
and Far Cry.
if you haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, highly recommend it. It was my favorite game of last year. It was my game of the year choice. Ones like Far Cry 5, yeah, that just came out. If you haven't picked that one up, now's a great time to do it. God of War came out. That will definitely occupy your time for a while. I'm still playing that damn game. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games out there, so like, if none of these games strike your fancy, you can grab any of the past games that came out. You can grab any of the new games that have just released that you haven't picked up yet. It sucks. I honestly have no idea why developers don't release games over the summer. I mean, I would think that there'll be great times to do it. I guess they're just waiting to release the big
kids are out of
games,
school and
right?
all that stuff.
I guess
I
they're
think
just
it's
waiting for like
you
the
know, they're
big.
waiting for the bad weather. Yeah.
That too. That when everyone wants to be inside.
Yeah, that's my guess. But then again, I'm not a botanist.
Phil, the not the botanist. Hey,
Yes.
everyone!
And then we die.
Yeah, and then we die. Anyways, Phil, thank you so much for coming on today.
And thank you for having me.
That was a nice short episode, and that's what I like to see. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and slam that like button, or as Carice says, go ahead and caress that like button.
Slam.
If you want to let us know the games that you plan on playing this summer, go ahead and do so in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more of us talking about your favorite stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell that lets you know when we go live. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent, and I'll see you guys in the next dive-in.